I'm Patrick de Jong. I am the co-founder of TenTwenty digital agency in Dubai. I focus really on the creative direction aspect within the company, and I'm really passionate about the design elements. I'm from the Netherlands. I have studied industrial product design. Website design was always my hobby at the time. It was kind of like my side job at the time for some income. During the actual job, it became more and more prominent, and I really wanted to go into digital. So at that time, started a small agency in the Netherlands, ran it for 4 years, and then went to Dubai. So we started TenTwenty in 2013. So we started the company from scratch, so we had to come up with a name. So we thought TenTwenty. That's to do with reference from the Netherlands. So my business partner is from the Amsterdam area, which is known as 020 for regional code, and Rotterdam for 010. So we thought, let's make it into something nice, TenTwenty. Since then, we've developed quite a lot. We started it in the studio, where we rented a desk, just with the two of us. Started working on client projects. From there, we actually have grown to an agency of around 30 team members. Core business always has been website design, website development. Since then, we've also expanded further into app design and development, and also into branding. And for us, it always has been really key to focus on solution-driven design. I think we created it in the end of 2017. It's already there for quite some time. And we really wanted to have a different experience. So whenever we started TenTwenty, we just had a one-pager. There was a lot of word of mouth in terms of references. People were happy with projects, and we really thought, okay, this is now our opportunity to make a really great website. That I think for us, the main focus was also to really showcase the case studies. We've done lots of great projects over the past years. We really wanted a way where you can browse the case study, you can easily see the end result, get a bit of a background understanding of what the project really entailed, what were the requirements at the start. Also in order to do that, working with nice imagery, good typography, and videos are also really important as well. It also makes it really interesting to get in touch using the inquiry form and the contact form. So TenTwenty from the beginning already had a close connection with coffee. So we love it when visitors come to our studio, where they can say, okay, I would like to have a cappuccino or an espresso. We make it for them. So from the beginning on, this was actually on our website in the inquiry form, just to take a different approach. It's whenever you visit, you're interested, would you like to have a cappuccino? Would you like to have an espresso? Great, to fill it out. You come to our studio and we know exactly what they're looking for. This is one of those small details that we actually kept into the company philosophy from the beginning. We thought ME could be really good because it represents the Middle East. So we have, of course, also have .ae, which you see here in the market. I think at that time .me was also quite well used. And now we have both. With .me, we use as a base for the URL. We use GoDaddy actually for the majority of our clients with regards to domain registering. So we think that the registration tool works really well. A few things I personally love about it is that whenever you register, you add it to your cart, immediately you have the domain, so you don't have to wait, which is great. But I think the thing that really attracts us to using GoDaddy is that whenever you change the DNS of a domain, it immediately is visible and it resolves. So whenever we point from the domain to our server, immediately it shows, and which makes it really convenient at the end of projects. Whenever you want to make a website live, you can immediately say to them, look, I'll point the domain, website is live, and you've got a really happy client. So it's mostly the domain service that we use. I felt that in the Middle East, they were a little bit behind with regards to digital. In the Netherlands and in Europe, e-commerce at the time was already really booming, and it just came in a little bit later in the Middle East. And what you see now is actually that they exponentially progress in the technology and what they're looking for, the demands, the requirements. So I think now they're maybe like even going like past Europe in terms of the requirements from the market. They want to be the first to have like AI on their website. They want to be the first to have new solutions on their website that can help their clients in a new and better way. So I think that's really great to see. And I think the challenges that are currently there is that it's also the user of the website. They need to be ready for that website experience as well. So what's really interesting to see, I think, in the Middle East is that the usage of websites is a lot more mobile. It's a lot more like based on like responsive design. So you can clearly see this in like Google Analytics. If you compare this in Europe, yes, mobile usage is high, but in the Middle East it's a lot higher. So depending on the industry that you're developing for, it can be 90% or 95% of mobile users and a very small amount of desktop users. So I think that gives like a really big opportunity, but it can sometimes also be a bit of a challenge, especially when you look at like e-commerce. Like would they purchase indeed from the phone? Does it work well on their phone? Sometimes you've got more extensive and elaborate like 3D experiences on the website. Like does it still work well with the phone CPU? I think what's really nice these days is that you've got great tools online to build your website. So for example, even with GoDaddy Website Builder, if you're a starting business, if you're on a budget that matches a starting business as well, you want to make sure that you do everything at like a very cost-effective way. So I think the Website Builder really helps new starting companies to build their online representation. Plus they don't need to know a lot of coding knowledge, which is also great for them. So I think this really gives now an opportunity for starting businesses to get their online representation. And I think whenever you shift and whenever your business grows, your website can also grow with you. So we also see that in our business as a digital agency, like the smaller websites for startups, that's becoming more and more automated with these website builder tools. And then whenever the website gets more bespoke, when there's third-party integrations with APIs, when there's really like 3D experiences required, then you see that they come to agencies to get their experience and their consulting on how to grow further. So I think that this is really now a trend that is happening over the past years. You can easily build your own website, which is great, and then whenever you grow, you can always work with agencies to get it a step further. I think it's really important to look at what is the reason and what is the purpose of your website. Is it brand recognition? Is it to generate leads on your website via an inquiry form? Is it to sell your products in e-commerce? I think it's really important to look at that, like who's your target audience? What is the user journey that you would have on your website to get to your goal? It's good to get a clear picture whenever you start a project like that in order to get the results and the final product of your website that really is effective for the type of purpose that you're using the website. So make sure to look at that beforehand.